We're going to be doing a base color of 6N, and we're going to be doing a lightener. The color that we do on her is very, very classic, right? It's just a very classic, beautiful, timeless color. And the way I put the foils in is the foils are put in a very natural way to where they look very subtle, but the way it's put in is there can be some kind of chunkier pieces the way she parts her hair. So that's an advantage.
Slaking.
What is it?
I said slaking.
Slaking?
Slaking, like, get it?
What is slaking?
Like, no, like slay. You're
Slay. Do you see how yeah.
You gotta get with the program.
I gotta get with the program. Like holy shit, dude. I love it. Got both colors. We've got a lightener, got the root color. Let's do this. Let's go. All right, everybody. Let's meet Jen.
Hello.
Say hi. Okay. Oh my gosh, I forgot foils.
It's your first day at the rodeo.
It's my first day at the rodeo. Holy shit. Yeah, that's not good. But hey, here we are.
Like, what time do your kids go to bed?
8 and 8:30, like within like probably the past like 6 months. Like our, we put Sailor to bed pretty early.
Yeah.
Because mom and dad needed their time. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like we just needed our time to just kind of decompress or whatever, right? Like, or just, you know.
How late would she sleep in?
She was a really good sleeper. She would sleep really well. And Eli sleeps really well too, but he's definitely an early riser.
Yeah.
Like he will get up, like he's up like usually around 6:30.
Oh my God.
And so, oh yeah, dude. And so my routine is I will get up and I will put their milks, turn on the TV, you know, on low volume. So when he gets up, he can grab his milk and go sit on the couch and get his little thing and then watch his little show. And then I usually get home from the gym by like 6:50 and then say this.
Oh, you're one of those people?
Oh yeah, dude.
I admire you.
Yeah.
What time do you get to the gym?
I leave for the gym by like 5:40.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I could not even fathom that.
Yeah. I have to have, because that's like my time. I need to get that in. Because I'm not going to go work out at night. That's not my style.
No.
And
after you've had a whole day.
Absolutely, dude.
You're kind of. Anyway, I'm usually just like toasted. I'm done.
Oh, for sure, dude. And so yeah, I'm one of those people, man. My wife's like, Kelsey thinks I'm freaking bananas.
You are. So do you get up with the kids?
No, nobody's up when I leave.
Oh, okay.
And so Eli will get up around like between 6:30 and like 6:50. And then Sailor usually doesn't get up that early, and then he'll come out and does his thing, and then I'll get home, and by the time Sailor gets home, and then we gotta let mom sleep because mom, we need mom having her sleep.
Yep. Need her energized.
Yeah, man.
Did she ever go? I forgot. Did she go back to work?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you have somebody come and watch the kids during the day when she...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so we have them, we have a sitter, just a couple times a week.
Yeah. Has this been the same one that you've had for a couple of years now?
I'm going to go with no. We probably had Taylor for like maybe a year? A little longer than a year, maybe?
Yeah.
She's awesome. Kids love her. But, which is great. it's a bonus, right? Because holy shit, dude. Like I think it's so hard to find a sitter, like so hard.
Well, you gotta have so much trust leaving your kids with that person too, right? It requires so much trust.
Oh yeah, dude. And you just want to make sure they vibe well with, the kids.
Yeah. Do you like have open communication with her about like your parenting style and what you're trying to teach the kids so that she like aligns and
Yeah,
what you and
yeah.
Kelsey are trying to do?
Yeah, hold on just a minute. Thank you so much. You're awesome.
We'll talk soon, okay?
Okay, cool. Okay. Yeah, but yeah, like that's the thing is it's kind of like, there was one thing that we were kind of having she was giving like, because we usually fill up their juice like probably 3/4 of the way water and then like just a little bit of juice because they don't need that much sugar, right? Like, why does anybody need that much sugar?
Sure.
And
I have no room to speak, but yeah, I agree.
And she was just I think she was kind of filling them up like more than, we're like, hey, like, we're just we're not wanting to, but they don't need that much empty calories. And she's like, oh yeah, for sure. Like she's awesome, dude,
Yeah.
and she's very motherly. So, it's just great. Some people we've had, you're like, they're fucking idiots, dude.
Really?
Like they're just, where you're like, dude, like, but again, it's
And how do you go about finding them?
well, a lot of times when we're actually trying to find, it's all referral based, dude.
Oh.
Like I was kind of like, I would ask some of the girls here, I'm like, hey, do any of you like your girlfriend, like some of the younger girls, like, do any of your girlfriends, like, are they looking for like a nannying position or do you know anybody? And she's like, well, let me put some fillers out there. That's how I found like pretty much all of them was like from here, referral based. So
Yeah. How was your birthday?
dude, it was awesome. So we went to Phoenix.
Yeah.
And we were there. It was the Bird Box Festival.
What is that?
It's like it's the festival they do during. I think I'm saying it right. It's during like the waste management golf tour. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like that one where people get freaking wasted.
Yeah, like it's a pro tour.
Yeah, it's a pro and like something like that, right?
Yeah.
So it's during that. Well, we had tickets to go see Swedish House Mafia.
No way.
Yeah, but they freaking canceled, dude.
Why?
I don't know. Something came up, but they replaced it with Tiesto, which honestly, dude, like, I mean, I would have loved to have seen like Swedish House Mafia, but
Yeah.
it was freaking awesome, dude.
He's
Like
still-
it was awesome.
Yeah. Where was the venue? What was it? Like a bigger venue?
It was in like a big, huge tent. You know what I mean? Like, so it was kind of like an outdoor venue that was like right next to the golf course where this was going on.
Wow.
Yeah,
I
dude.
bet that was wild.
It was awesome. It was so cool.
Who did you go with?
Do you know Sam and Heather?
Yeah, I remember Sam.
Okay, yeah. So Sam and Heather, and then Kelsey and I.
Oh my God, that sounds amazing. It's impressive. He's still. Like, how long has he been spinning?
Oh, dude, like he's like forever.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it was, and he still had it, man. I was like, dude, this is like, oh yeah.
And what time is this at? Like, what time is this all?
It happened after all said and done, I think it was over by like 11.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like it was.
Because I'm thinking he's like still out there, like.
Well,
raves and,
no, like he immediately, like he was playing at Omni that night in Vegas.
What?
Oh yeah, dude. So he. Oh yeah, so he flew from Phoenix to Vegas to play Omnia or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Oh, dude. Well, he's making like, dude, the guy's worth like, I think he's worth like 30 or 40 million.
Yeah, he's getting paid to day of
Oh, dude, he's getting like, probably $250,000 a show, dude.
Oh man, I would need so much sugar, caffeine, all the things.
Well, you would be amazed, Jen, like when you're doing something like that, what a natural high it is.
Yeah.
Like it is. And I think for him to kind of have that, because he's got a wife, he got married, he has a kid, like he is,
He grew up.
huh?
He grew up.
Yeah. I don't think he,
I've only experienced it from the consumer.
right.
The music. And yeah, when you are around that, it is a natural high. But I can't imagine the feeling when you're the one producing that energy. And that must be.
Oh, dude. It was cool, man.
Did I see some post about you spinning somewhere lately?
So yeah, so I just hosted we had, so for our Lunatic Fringe holiday party, the gal that brought you the wine,
Yeah.
her name's Carol, like her and her husband own Beer Bar X, the place with the garlic burger out by the canyons, Cotton Bottom. They also,
Are they the original owners, or did they get
no,
bought out?
I think they got bought out.
I heard about that.
But yeah, so Carol, but anyways, so for our Lunatic Fringe holiday party, we were doing an after party at Bar X. And the person that was kind of organizing it, I was like, I should come DJ and make it a surprise for the staff,
Oh, wow.
And she's like, okay, done, awesome. And so we went so that was the first night I did that. Then recently, after my birthday, because my good friend Mike was in town. Well, they always come in town for the holidays to snowboard, him and his family, and they stay with us, and they've got 3 boys, and our family these are the people we go to Tahoe with.
Yeah.
And I had called him up and I was like, hey man, would you be interested in throwing a party for your birthday? Because his birthday was on Sunday. And he's like, yeah, what do you think? And I'm like, DJ party, Bar X, dude.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay. And I was like, done. So I, called up Carol and I was like, I want to, book out your private room for a DJ party. And that's what that was.
Okay.
Yeah, it was.
I have not been in Bar X for probably 10 years.
Dude, it was crazy, dude.
Yeah?
It was crazy.
How long did you spin for?
So we had 3 DJs, including myself. It was this guy Dan opened up for us, and then Justin Rinker.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then myself. And so DJs went from 9 to 1.
Dang.
Yeah. That was another thing too. It's like most of the people that came were like, dude, like I'm usually in bed by 9 o'clock. Blah, 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 blah. Like, pull the lead out. Don't be a little,
Yeah, you just gotta bite the bullet and go out.
Oh, dude. Yeah. So, but it was fun. My friend Mike, he had a really good time. He was just like, dude, thanks so much for that. It was just good because there was just a ton of people that, I'm just inviting like an eclectic group of like whoever.
Yeah, just a cool group of people. Great.
But yeah, man, it was, so that's what that, did you see it on?
Yeah, I don't remember what I saw it on, but I remember. Oh yeah, I remember that. Did I ever tell you that I got kicked out of the Cotton Bottom and banned?
You got what?
I got kicked out and banned from the Cotton Bottom.
Why? What did you do?
It was an innocent mistake. So, way back in the day when I was married,
Okay.
we would go there all the time with Justin and that crew.
Oh, yeah.
And
I think he still goes there a lot.
yeah, like it's a great place, but and so we were regulars. Like we knew the guy. Was he the guy that owned it? Who was it? Because it was like owned by a few siblings, right?
Again,
And the guy that actually like ran it was always there, and so we knew him from going there so frequently. But I don't know if this has changed. But back in the day, they only served beer.
oh, okay, yeah.
They didn't even serve wine. They just only served beer.
Right.
And I was young. I was still like kind of getting a handle on alcohol and did not like beer. Still to this day, I don't like beer. But so like we would go and be with our friends, and everyone would be like getting a good buzz on, and I would be sitting there like with a Diet Coke, and it really sucked. So I had this brilliant idea that
I see where this is going.
we were gonna just leave alcohol in the trunk of the car.
Oh, yeah.
And then every like half hour or so, I'd just go and take like a pull off of the bottle. And one of the times the owner saw me do that.
Oh, yeah.
And I came to like walk back in that back door by the patio. And he's like, absolutely not, you get out of here.
Oh.
Yeah. And
Oh.
I was completely unaware that like, that's a serious life.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
For them. Because,
Oh, yeah.
and drinking alcohol they don't have a license for on
Right.
their property. But I didn't understand this. I was probably like 27 at the time.
Right.
And so I'm like, well, my husband and my friends are all inside. What do you expect me to do? I don't have the keys to the car. So I guess he went back in and like told them what I was doing. And so Chris comes out, and Justin also, like Justin's trying to diffuse the situation with the guy. And
Oh, yeah.
he was irate.
Oh, I'm
And he's
sure.
like, no, they're never allowed back here ever again. And they used to keep like a bowl of mints on the corner of the bar on the way out.
Okay.
And so on the way out, as Chris and Justin are like leaving to come meet me outside, I guess Justin started just picking up mints and throwing them at everybody in the bar, just giving away like all the mints. And then he like turns to, I can't remember if he's like, and fuck you or something like that. And then
Wow.
he walked out.
Wow.
Yeah, it was an intense moment.
Wow.
Maybe in a minute. Thank you.
Wow.
Okay. I think kicked out of a bar.
Oh, dude. Wait.
I'm not like the kind of person that gets kicked out of bars.
Dude.
I'm actually like a rule follower, and so yeah. But I was eventually. I think the next time that Justin went back, the guy had calmed down. He's like, "Yeah, they're fine to come back. Just make sure that they understand that I could get into like serious shit if I do that." So.
Absolutely, dude.
And so, of course, I apologized profusely because I didn't know any better.
Right.
So.
Well, and I think that's the thing, right? Like,
yeah.
it's like they weren't caught. He caught you.
Yeah.
Which is probably better than having some sort of cop stroll through there and be like, oh, hey, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Oh, in their parking lot. Do they know? Oh, here, we're going to issue them a...
Citation.
Yeah.
Or they could lose their liquor license.
Right.
That
Yeah.
way. But, yeah, so even when I started tailgating for like Utah football games, it felt so like naughty to be drinking in a parking lot. Like
Right.
I'm like, are you sure we're allowed to do this? Like, we're not gonna like get in trouble.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was back in my crazy youth.
Dude. Dude. Jen.
Yeah, I know.
The hell?
And now I'm dealing with gray hair.
You're...
I'm dealing with mood swings. I have acne again. That's real fun that comes back.
Okay.
And like
So how does it feel to be 14
to be 14.
with acting?
Reverse.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of unfair because there's so many good things that happen psychologically and emotionally when you enter your 40s. And I remember people telling me about this, that you get to this point where you're like, stop really giving a fuck about what people think, right? You finally understand that. It finally clicks that like, you're not living your life for anybody but yourself. And so it doesn't matter what anybody thinks.
Right.
So that part of it is incredible, and just being comfortable with who you are. But I'm telling you, dude, being a woman in her early 40s is not fun either. Because of all this.
Right.
And
Right.
like the brain fog. I was talking about this with my girlfriend too. Like, she pulled out her cell phone at lunch because she was gonna look up, I think, an app, and she pulled it out and she's like, "Wait, what was I just gonna do on my phone?" And I'm like, "I know, right? That happens all the time. Like by the time I got from my bedroom to my kitchen, I've forgotten what I went into the kitchen for."
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I get that.
It's just wild.
Yeah.
Because your
No.
hormones are just fluctuating all of a sudden. And you guys are so lucky because you have one hormone, right? And it does gradually go down as you age, but it's the same hormone and it's gradual. Like women, we've got like these 3 different hormones, like basically mosh pitting together, and then one starts to drop, which sets the other one like off, and it feels like sometimes a toddler is running my body.
Oh.
It really does.
Wow. Yeah.
Going on.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
And my Instagram started showing me all of these like perimenopause accounts. Like it's heard me talk about it like once, and is now like hey,
Feeding
we're
you.
gonna feed
Yes.
her, like all of these different supplements that she's supposed to start taking.
So-
all of these different like educational accounts. It's
So, are you getting advertisements for AARP yet?
shut the fuck up.
Go on, dog.
But also like if it means I get a discount on something, yeah, sign me up.
Dude,
Gladly.
that's
I'm clearly outside of like the student discount rate, so I just need to hit that next level of like the senior discount.
yeah, yeah. Well, you know, they do get a discount if they go to dinner at 3 p.m.
I mean, I'm not starting to mind dinner at 5 these days, but
You know.
you just kind of have to laugh at it. You have to laugh it off and just accept it as your new reality and be like, yeah, this is me now. This is like
Yeah.
the ride I'm on for the next little bit.
So, I gotta ask, did you watch Squid Games?
I watched the first season. But
Okay.
I heard there's another one that came out.
Yes, there is.
Yeah,
I'm like,
did you like it? Because I've heard.
dude, it was a trip, dude. Like, it was just like, I didn't really realize how much killing there was in that show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, that's the whole point, though, is that people
Right.
die and everything.
Yeah, like I was just like, but I didn't know like the premise or the concept or whatever. And I'm just like, I was kind of in shock. I was like, whoa, like that first game, I was like, oh, this is where it's going.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know, but I kind of got hooked on it. I was like, this is actually, because I wanted to see where it's going to go,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Well, it's definitely one of those series that you just like binge
Right.
because you just need to know what happened.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you, because okay, so Kelsey, this is so funny. Like the other night, I'm like, she puts this show on and I was like, what is this, right? And she's like, I think it's called like Leave the World Behind. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I've heard about this. I go, and we hadn't watched it yet. I'm like, probably not the wisest show to put on like right before you're gonna go to bed.
It's not like a feel-good show.
Because yeah, like, you know, at one point, like the show was almost over, and you know, Kelsey's like, "Did you lock all the doors?" And I was like, "Yeah, I did." And she's like, "That didn't sound very convincing." And I was like, and so I'm just kind of sitting there, and I was like, "I don't want to go do this." I was like, I almost kind of was tempted to ask her. I'm like, "Well, then come with me."
Yeah.
You know, but
Well, what's
and
the premise of this show? Does it make
have you not seen it?
No. It's called Leave the World Behind. What?
So, Leave the World Behind, it is basically about the world is about to end.
Okay.
And by like cell service going out, and then like weird sounds are happening that are like literally kind of cooking your brain and making your teeth fall out, and then planes are falling out of the sky and nobody knows what's going on because it's kind of like this. And then there's drones that are flying over certain areas by dropping like these flyers that are like mean like death to Americans. And dude, it's just like,
Is it a movie or a series?
it's a movie.
Did it come out a few years ago?
Yeah, it's
I think I saw. And do they end up like in a house and like?
Well, no,
like a bunker.
the daughter ends up in the house in the bunker watching Friends.
I think I've seen.
Yeah,
this.
it's like yeah.
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 Okay. Where and doesn't like signal or something. There's something with it comes across on the TV.
Yeah, there's yeah.
Are they first in like a really modern looking
Yeah.
nice house? Okay,
Yeah.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
it's unsettling, right?
It's 100% unsettling. It's
Yeah.
just like, what the, like, again, I'm just like, dude, yeah.
You know what I rewatched the other night is, did you ever watch, it used to be called Don't Look Up, but now it's called, no, it used to be called Just Look Up. But for some reason, they changed the title to Don't Look Up.
Is that the one with Leonardo DiCaprio?
Yes, and oh, now I'm not gonna remember her name, but it's the same like idea, right? They've discovered this.
Katniss Everdeen's in it.
Really?
No, it's the girl, the girl that plays,
Yeah.
that plays Katniss Everdeen, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
It wasn't a Hunger Games person.
Yeah.
It took me a minute.
Oh.
But no, but it's the same like kind of philosophy where there's like the world is gonna end. They've discovered this comet that's gonna hit in 6 months. And basically, scientists, they go to the White House and they're not taken seriously. They're trying to like put this out in the news media, and there's just this like denial, right? That people are like, no, the comet doesn't exist. It's all conspiracy. It's all for like corporate gain. Like just, and it's crazy because it's really representative of kind of like this discourse that our culture has right now, especially after social media, where like anybody can say anything about anything. And so even like when these scientists are saying, seriously, just look up in the sky, like use your eyeballs, like, like how do you know this? And like, because we saw it in a telescope. And so that's another interesting movie because it addresses this like dissonance that our culture has between like, we doubt everything, right? And we question everything, and even if it's like right in front of our faces and we can see it, we're like, no.
Right.
I really wonder, like, what if that really happened? Do you think? Because they'll have 6 months to figure out a game. The whole world did. It wasn't just the U.S. government. Like, fictionally, the whole world had an opportunity to come up with some sort of defense. To like disperse this comet, but no one took it seriously and no one believed it until the 11th hour, and then it was too late and everyone gets blown up, right? So it's another one that's really.
Yeah, we started it. I didn't finish it, so it's kind of like, it just kind of seems like, but I would like to.
No, I kind of just ruined the ending for you.
We're all good.
Everyone gets blown up, but it's very interesting. Very, very interesting. There's been a lot of fear in my industry the past few weeks.
Fear?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Have you heard about like the cuts to the NIH and research grants?
Yeah.
So like my industry, I'm in pediatric cancer research, and so this is like our industry that this is impacting, and I'm part of a group on Facebook that's made up of clinical research professionals, and I've just kind of been watching what's been going on. And it's interesting because there is varied opinions. Like there's people that are like, this is going to be catastrophic. Like this is going to, this is virtually ended research. And then there's other people that are like, it's not that bad. These costs are capped this way anyway. But I like hearing other people's opinions because I'm in the camp of, because it's my industry, so I know it, right? Like I understand. It's not like they came out and said, we're cutting funding. It's not that simple. It's very nuanced. It's that for government grants, we are going to cap a cost percentage for a certain thing at 15%, which is vastly lower than what it has been. But like their idea is, at least how they sold it, is that this extra cost for these things are going into DEI, right? This is wasted money on DEI measures. And like I'm not directly involved in the funding aspect of clinical research. I'm involved in the execution of it, right? So there are managers and people at an administrative level that are handling the finances of the research studies that we offer. But I understand enough to know that these costs that they're saying, okay, if it's government funding, it's capped at 15%. Like these are things and people that I rely on daily to be able to do my job. And if they got taken away, our research would be completely stunted. Like we wouldn't be able to continue and do what we do.
So would it come to a stop,
It
or would it
and see,
what's the worst case scenario?
those are the questions that I've been asking,
Right.
Like, hey, I want to know, especially for us in our research group, what does this mean for us? Because you would think, my logical brain goes, all right, it's political suicide to cut funding to pediatric cancer research. Like, no one's that dumb, right? No one's going to come out and be like, yeah, we're cutting funding for kids that have cancer.
Right.
But also, like, here's the problem is we work with consortiums, which they're the ones that offer the studies. I'll take a box, please. Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Would you mind throwing it just on the table?
I
Yeah,
would love to.
thank you.
Let me know when you're ready if you want another one.
Thanks. But the problem, here's the problem. So, how do I explain this? So we're mostly, the studies that we offer are offered through a consortium that we work with called COG, the
Okay.
Children's Oncology Network. They're a US-based consortium. And I would say 80% of the clinical trials that we are able to offer in pediatric cancer come through COG.
Okay.
COG is predominantly funded, these studies are predominantly funded through the National Cancer Institute, the
Okay.
NCI.
Okay.
NCI is a subset of the NIH. So these are government, it's government content, these are
Right.
government.
Right.
I was having this discussion with something, they're like, okay, but then the free market will step in, right? Like if the funding is getting cut from federal funds, and the argument is why is the government responsible for funding pediatric cancer research? Why shouldn't the pharmaceutical companies be stepping in and funding this themselves? Because they're the ones bringing their drugs to market, right?
Right.
But the problem is, that would be all well and good if I were in like COPD research, diabetes research.
Okay.
Pediatric cancer is not profitable. And it's not profitable for a few reasons. Like, it's heavily regulated because you're dealing with children, right? So it takes time. It's very rare. Childhood cancer, especially compared to adult cancer, is super rare. So it takes longer to find patients to enroll in the studies. So the whole process of bringing a drug to market is longer for pediatric cancer. It costs more.
Okay.
And it's not profitable enough for these big pharmaceutical companies to invest in. They want to invest in the drugs that they're going to have people on for 40 years of their life, right?
Right.
They want chronic conditions that they're going to have people that need to take their drugs for a long time. Pediatric cancer, unfortunately, survival rate's not great.
Wow.
And it's so fucked up, but childhood cancer is not profitable. And so, no, the free market won't step up. And that's why a majority of pediatric cancer is funded through federal grants and nonprofit organizations like St. Jude. But St. Jude relies on a lot of donors, and even St. Jude relies on federal funding.
Right.
So there's this trickle down that we're like, well, what does this mean? Like, the people who are responsible for taking a look at a proposed study and deciding whether or not it's safe to move forward, those boards have been suspended. They're not allowed to meet. So there's no new studies that are able to come through. And
Right.
if there's no new studies coming through, then there's not going to be, there's going to need to be some belt tightening by the people who run those trials. There's going to be layoffs, right? And it's like, how far does that trickle down? And really, like, at the end of it, worst case scenario is that treatments that could be potentially life-saving to these kids, or at least life extending, that gives them and their families a little bit more time with each other, those could be limited and not available to these kids. And they would just need to revert to standard of care, which is the treatment that any kid would get if they walked through the doors of a hospital.
Right.
It's not experimental, it's not cutting edge, it's standard of care.
Right.
So that's where it goes catastrophically. Like the people that are in the industry, that's the worst case scenario, is that families and patients lose access to potentially life-saving.
Right.
Yeah. So naturally, like, people in that industry, in my industry, are really upset and really pissed off. But also, I mean, I like hearing varied opinions too on it, because my opinion is very myopic in a way, because it's my industry.
Right.
And I'm not necessarily, I don't really have my fingers in researching how government funding works. So I do like hearing other opinions on this.
Right.
And it's not just the NIH research grants. They've seen like a cut to like the national parks. Like they're having to fire people.
Okay.
Because their spend, right? Like it's all a part of this like governmental spending cut, right?
Right.
So yeah, like what is your take?
Well, I mean, it's, yeah, the thing which is kind of crazy, it's like, I think that my take is that you give a government an inch and they've taken a mile. And the problem is that, you know, when you give that much power to people that have abused it for so long, is we have to kind of have this reset to where we can like now like kind of like get a hold of it, right? Because again, like, how is it that we are paying for things that do not benefit Americans? Like, we need to benefit the American taxpayer first. Like, I am all for, but again, there's going to be a lot of things. Is like, well, do we go here? Do we go here? Do we go there? Like where do you? But I mean, just look at the amount of money. It's like that they have like discovered this fraudulent trillions of dollars, where you're just like, why are we paying for monkeys to be masturbated in Nigeria? Like, what the, you know what I mean? Again, I don't even know, like, I'm just saying, I'm just using some, but again, like that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Like, why are we paying for people to get sex changes and these other again, why? Like, that is just, that's not right to me. I'm like, that is the abuse of power. And we need to kind of have this. And again, like, I hate to say it, but you know, you look at some of these things where I'm like, why are we? And so my whole thing has always been, right? Every time I go see my CPA, every freaking year, dude, I'm always just like, Matt, like, how the hell does any taxpayer move up a class?
Yeah.
Like, how? Like, we are literally raped with taxes. Raped. When it comes out of your initial check, then you look at your house and your food and everything you buy, that you're just like, why are we being taxed so much? Like, this is insane.
And the injustice of it is, compared to other countries, like, at least they have, like, nationwide healthcare. Like, we're not even getting that for our country.
Well, again, like, if
We actually...
well, if we didn't spend all of our money sending it to like all these other countries, we might have perks like that. You know what I mean? Like, I look at stuff like that and I'm just like, guys, like, see, the thing about it is our country needs to be run like a business. And seeing that it hasn't been run for business and we're just sending money to all these other countries for whatever, I'm like, if you want to run a successful business, you trim the fat. When I had my salon, I'm like, we saw that people were wasting deep conditioner, and we're like, okay guys, like we are only going to supply this mask per week.
Yeah.
You're overusing it. You know, like you guys are wasting color, and we would gather color in a jar. Like people like that didn't use all their color, we'd put it in a jar and we see, look how much color a week we're wasting. Do we want to be profitable as a business, or do you guys just want to waste fucking product? And it's like, that's the same thing that our country needs to look at. Where are we wasting money? We're wasting money here. Okay, let's tighten it up. If we can tighten it up, then we can start to allocate money where it's actually going to be
I
used.
think what's important is the people that are making the decisions on what to cut and where, they need to have intimate knowledge of the industries that they're proposing. And what I'm concerned about is it doesn't. How does Elon Musk? There's no way he understands how research.
I don't think it's just him. I think it's a team of people behind it. But
I hope that team really is that has experts in clinical research, right? Where they can actually say, okay, I know that, and this is wasteful,
right.
but this is necessary, right? And it's not just somebody who's reading one report and making like a knee-jerk decision about an industry that they don't understand. I would hope that they would have a board of people who
Right.
like intimately know the industry so they can make responsible intellectual decisions.
Yeah, and again, that's the thing, is like we're gonna have to wait and see, right? We can't jump to a conclusion with anything yet. I think that we need to. This is now just kind of like lifting the rock off of stuff and just being like, oh, what's underneath here? Let's start looking.
Yeah.
So until all of this like really starts to, like if things like go away in your industry, then we can have another debate about that. But I think at the end of the day, I'm like, let's turn over all the rocks, dude. Let's look at all of it.
Yeah. I'm interested to see how it shakes out.
Yeah.
Specifically in my industry. Like,
Yeah,
because we don't know. There's so much unknown. So this is all speculation that people are throwing out, and so I'm interested to see like really what happens.
Absolutely, 100%. Like, I don't want anything to. All I'm saying is I want to get rid of corruption.
Yeah.
Straight up corruption of these politicians that have literally like created generational wealth for their family and families to come that are underneath their bloodline. And I'm like, why is that? Like, that is absolutely not right at all. I'm like, so at the end of the day, I'm like, I just want the corruption to, and I mean, and if it's on all sides.
And you would think like that's kind of a universal thing that everyone can agree on. No one
You would think.
No one would be like, I'm for corruption.
Right.
Let's get it.
The only people that are for corruption are the people that are actually benefiting from the corruption. You know, like, dude, so with that said, Jen, your color is going to be freaking awesome. Let's, you can go over by the heater.
Okay.
I'll have her come turn it on.
Okay.
She can just pick whatever one you want to pick. Hi, sweet. Can you go grab him? It's that guy up there with the pinkish, he's got the vest on. Adrian. Yeah.
Where do you want me?
Wherever, yeah. All right, guys, so we just did that color. We actually, where am I at here? It was we did the highlights, we did the root color. It's gonna be freaking awesome, so stay tuned for that. Can't wait for you guys to see.
I just go into like a blissful zone every time.
Yeah,
My
I was,
special place.
it is your special place. Getting your head rubbed.
No. Get my hair played with.
The what?
That's getting my hair played with.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah. So, so I always kind of tell my assistants to, you know, rub a little bit harder, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, so when I had my salon, when I had Sugar House, right? So one of the girls, well, because we'd gotten like a couple complaints. Because I always ask, like, you know, like one of the, because when they always start out like as an assistant, and I always ask, I'm like, you know, how was the shampoo? You know, oh, you know, it was like a little soft or whatever. And this one stylist, like everything, she's like, she was rough. And I was like, what do you mean like rough? And she's like, well, I just kind of felt like I was whipped around back there. And I was like, and this is the first time I'd ever had like that happen. And so I kind of buy, and so I go in asking, of course, you know, I'm like, I pull her aside and I was like, hey, I go, so kind of walk me through like your process, you know, as you're kind of shampooing. And she kind of walks me through her process, and I was kind of like, okay. And I was like, so how do you lick your massage? And I kind of find this out, and I was just kind of like, and it all just seemed like very aggressive, right?
Well, what was she doing?
Just,
The way she was like turning the head was very rough.
just, you know, instead of like this really like seductive kind of like, and it was just kind of like very jerky and very like, and like not relaxing at all, right? Well, so the funny thing is that I said, I said to her, I said her name, and I was like, okay, so I'm gonna try and draw you a picture here really quick. I go, and thank God we didn't have a freaking HR department, right? Because I probably would have been like, you know,
You would have been canceled.
dude, 100%. Like, but this is like before the whole like cancel culture or whatever. And I was just like, I go, so have you been intimate with somebody?
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah. And I was like, okay, so before you're intimate with somebody, what is like the one thing you're doing to kind of get your body's ready for that,
Yeah.
you know? And she's like, well, it's like foreplay. And I was like, think of a shampoo as foreplay, okay? I go, what I want you to think of is like, there's a progression there, right? There's a very soft kind of delicate touch, and then you can start to really like increase the pressure, you know what I mean? And that pressure should essentially be the climax of the shampoo, where you're kind of ending on a high note, leaving them wanting more.
That's how when you wash your hair, that's how it is.
Yes, you know? And she's like, oh, okay. You know, I go, nobody likes to be kind of jerked around. Like, you're not gonna like, you know, immediately start, you know, I mean, there's moments for that, but, you know, dude, and it was so funny, because you could see her, she's all kind of, oh yeah, 100%, dude, 100%. And you, huh?
And it fixed the situation.
Oh yeah, 100%, dude. Like, she got it now, and I was like, yeah, I mean, because, and I think the thing about it, I didn't want to assume, but you could tell she was a very rough.
Oh.
Yeah, you could tell.
That's kind of how she was.
Absolutely, 100%, dude. 100%. And I'm not trying to make any assumptions, but you know, you can be like, yeah, like, you're kind of one of those, aren't you? You know what I mean?
Notches? Yeah.
Let's make it a little bit softer.
Yeah. Be a little bit more, and you know, and again, like, it was pretty funny, actually.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
It's a good way to teach it.
Well, you know, I think.
I've never noticed it specifically, but now that you explain the process, that's exactly how it should be. And it feels great.
And I think the thing too, which is kind of sad about, because sometimes when people are doing a shampoo, you can kind of feel like they're just, it's like you almost kind of, you really need to get into this moment where people are like, oh my gosh, like there's a kind of a trance happening where it's like, you're not just going through the motions of up, down, left, right, you know what I mean? Like,
You can tell that they're relaxed and that they're in it.
Absolutely, you know?
I had a friend who was a massage therapist, and that's what he said. You can tell the people that are like relaxed and in it,
Right.
because there's like an energy transfer.
Right.
But you also can tell the people when you massage them that they're just uptight and can't get out of their
Oh,
heads.
for sure.
You can tell.
Yeah. Well, it's hard for them to do their job, because again, it's hard to, I would imagine it's super hard to like massage somebody that's kind of stiff, you know what I mean? And you're just like, dude, like,
Exactly.
you know? So.
Yeah, I just go completely like limp when I'm getting my head massaged. Like, I'm not trying to keep my head up with my neck, trying to feel
Right.
within it.
Right. Yeah, I get that. Okay, cool. So we're gonna do a little bit of front, like the stuff in the front, if that's cool. Is that
Great.
cool?
That's more than cool. I trust you.
Awesome.
Jake, you could say, Jen, I think you would look really great with blue hair, and I'd be like, okay, I trust you.
Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely, dude. I love all of that. All of that.
I still, every once in a while, if I'm going back into my photos and I'm trying to find something, I come across the very first photos from when I met you.
Oh, yeah.
And I came to you with just fried, overprocessed, brittle, ruined hair.
Dude, totally.
And I'll have to look at how long ago that was. It's been a really long time.
Oh, yeah, dude.
But that
Yeah.
transformation was epic.
Well, you thought you were going to have to cut your hair,
I
dude.
thought I'd be in a bob for sure. I
Like,
thought I was going to lose half my hair.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that,
I remember crying on the phone to Kelsey, and she's like, "Send me a picture. Jake wants to see." And I remember that picture I took of my hair, and it was almost transparent. It was so white.
right. Okay, so this is going to be the change you want.
Okay.
It's going to be awesome, dude. Like the layers that we're going to be doing in the front are going to actually help create a lot more volume. Because again, like these are like now kind of at the bottom of your chin. It's going to be awesome, dude.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, you're gonna love it.
I don't think we've ever done this, have we?
No.
This is new territory.
Well, we've done variations of it. We haven't done like these extreme kind of like, and this again, this is not like crazy extreme, but it's more,
It's going to be a change.
oh, absolutely, dude. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. See that?
Like,
Wow, dude.
yeah, it's been a while since I've had layers in the front.
Well, yes. Oops.
Yeah, this is the most hair we've cut off in a while.
I know.
It's crazy to see it.
I know.
I can't live without that Kerastase, what is that serum that I bought? It's got an orange lid. Put
The
it
ne-
on after I shower.
The Nectar Thermique?
Yeah,
I know.
that stuff is amazing.
I know, right?
Now that I've found it, I don't think I could live without it.
No, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's like it's literally one of my favorites, dude.
Yeah. I mean, I don't ever come close to making my hair look the way that it does.
Your hair looks awesome, dude. Come on.
No. But with that stuff,
Right.
it gets me the closest I've ever gotten to that.
Yeah. Yeah, the Nectar Thermique it's the cat's meow. Meow.
There's some inside joke I did that just popped into my head from a million years ago with Kelsey. And it had something to do with a spoon. You'll have to ask her.
Okay.
I can't remember the inside joke, but that just reminded me.
Hey, girl.
You remember when the phrase "eat me" was big?
Oh, yeah.
Like as like a comeback?
Oh, yeah.
I think it had something to do with that. And then here's a spoon.
Well,
She'll hopefully remember.
think about that. Eat me. Like, how weird is that now?
Also, like, that is, I mean, I guess it's the equivalent of like, I mean,
Right.
I'm saying suck it, right?
Right. Absolutely.
What even is like the comeback these days? What's the modern like?
What is the what?
What is a comeback now? It seems like comebacks aren't used as commonly these days as they used to. Remember how there was always like comebacks?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Beat me or,
Right. I know you are, but what am I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's. Yeah. That's the one that used to use. So Right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Just asking if out and made a decision like a 7.
Yeah. Early 2000.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. Let me grab the Nectar Thermique, and then, yeah,
Oh my gosh, I'm getting so excited.
it's gonna be fun. Fun.
To die.
They're 15
Hi.
years old, 10 years old. No, that's why I never throw away shoes.
I know.
Never give them away.
They
always
always come back.
They always
Yeah.
Yeah, I love them with the jeans.
Hi, Jimmy Choo.
Yeah. Okay, let's not make
Is that just water?
Yeah. Just kind of getting that frontish area like rehydrated, so when we blow it out, it doesn't kind of give us an issue.
Yeah.
Like if you ever run into that same thing where you're really trying to get, like you need to kind of add a little bit more moisture to that front area.
Because it's frizzy.
Yeah, absolutely.
I struggle with that all the time.
Yeah.
You know what is coming across my socials feed a lot
What?
lately?
What's up?
Are those like 2-in-1 blow dryer brushes?
Oh yeah. Oh
Like
yeah.
the round brushes, right?
Oh yeah.
And I swear I bought one once. It was a cheaper one. And I used it, and it took so long. I remember it taking so long to try my hair.
So
Like the volume that I wanted.
So GHD has one. I bought Kelsey one for Christmas, and she loves it. Loves it. It's called the Duet. They're kind of pricey. It works amazing, but you can use it on. They say you can use it from like wet to dry, like But I always we always recommend to kind of air dry. I'm not air dry, but kind of blast dry your root first, and then you can go through it. Like I would say just kind of like blast it dry, like really quick. Then you can go through that, and it works a lot faster. But you can use it from wet to dry because air comes out of it.
Yeah, and I think that's where the one that I tried totally failed. Like
Right.
it didn't have enough drying power,
Right.
and so it took forever.
Yeah. So that's kind of the thing. Is what I would recommend is like. So if I can I'm turning on the face activation because then it follows like, yeah. But yeah, dude, they're pretty awesome,
Yeah. The ones that are on my feed are like $75. There's no way that
So I think that one, like the Duet's around 400. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But, oh yeah.
Does she use it?
Every time she washes her hair,
So she never really uses it.
unless I do it. Yeah. So that's kind of, yeah. I mean, it's once it, and she had another one that she got off Amazon that was just like, she's like, and because again, cheaper, right? And when I got her that, she was like, oh my gosh, like this is so much better. Like there's a huge difference between, yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't impressed at all with that. And I think it was like a Revlon.
Right.
It was, and I got it off of Amazon. And I ended up sending it back. So.
Yeah. So that's kind of my thing is I'm like, I think that I would, but yeah, they are definitely coming back. They're not new, like they're.
Have you had a chance to look more into these like hair growth supplements and treatments, that is
Like-
also, it's all over my Instagram feed, especially, I think it's in conjunction with the perimenopause shit.
Right.
What is that form? It's usually like a serum that you put on your scalp every day.
Okay.
Or I think you can take a pill. But it's targeted for women who are losing their hair either because of menopause or pregnancy.
Right. So, I like. Are you talking about like the gummies?
Once I leave, this is going to be all over my feed. It's a serum that I think that with a dropper you put on your head, on your scalp every day.
Right.
And it's supposed to
Kerastase.
help you regrow hair. It's not a Kerastase product. It's its own brand, and that's all they do.
Okay.
Is
Well,
hair growth.
they've got something kind of similar, but okay, keep telling me. What about it?
Well, no, I mean, that's all over my feeds too, and it's expensive. And
How
my
much?
hair-
How much is it?
Oh man, I want to say it's like around $100 for like 1 or 2 months,
Okay.
and you have to do it for months, right?
Oh,
New hair growth.
right,
You can only see the hair growth so much.
right.
I'm not there yet. Like my hair is still pretty thick.
Oh yeah.
But I just wondered if it actually works, or if it's totally an influencer back.
Well, yeah, you're gonna like. There's a lot of that too, where you're kind of like, well,
Well, and also like, how does it know where to grow hair? Like, how does it know to grow hair on your head? I don't want like armpits.
dude, extra eyebrow hair or something, or extra.
I don't want it to know. So I don't know how it distinguishes where to grow the hair.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the thing that's like a little bit. Yeah.
I'm surprised more of your clients haven't asked about it.
No, but now I'll like start kind of talking about it more.
Yeah. I'll send it to you if it pops up. I know it will.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd like to. Well, now then they'll think I'm premenopause. You know.
I'll think you're what? Perimenopause?
Yeah. They're like, sweet, dude. Like, this is awesome. Hell yeah.
Feel like you again.
Hell yeah, dog.
Have you been watching White Lotus?
Is the new one out?
It's out.
No.
Yeah, but I think they're only releasing it one episode at a time, which bugs the shit out of me.
Well, yeah, like now everybody got used to like, you know.
Like I was able to watch episode 1 and 2, but I'm like, I'm not going to start watching the show until I can watch like multiple episodes.
Right. Absolutely. Oh yeah.
Where do you know where the new one is?
Do I what?
Know where it's like set?
Uh-uh.
The first one was Hawaii and then Italy. Yeah, I don't know.
So you're not watching it, or you are watching it?
I refuse to watch it unless I can watch it.
Right. Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, that takes me back.
I know, right?
That's where we would go to get our like Doc Martens.
Yeah.
And like, what kind of jeans did they sell? It was a certain kind of jean that you could only get at J.M. Martin.
A Gerbo. Yeah.
No,
It wasn't Gerbo?
before my time. It was,
Lucky?
well, yeah.
Or was it like
Manager beans. Those are big. I swear JMR.
I think it was it Von Dutch? No.
I remember saving up my money so that I could go get some jeans from JMR.
Guess? Was it Guess?
Yes. Oh, we need to ask her. It was in like late 90s, early 2000s.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, I missed that place.
Yeah.
They had that, when they had a location in Fashion Place, right? And then one downtown.
They had the Chalk Garden at Charlie Square. I gotta ask her. That's kind of a, yeah.
Apparently the thing to do for like middle school and high school kids these days is to go to like Target on a Saturday night. Have you ever been to Target on a Saturday night? It is run with teenagers. And they're just like sitting in the aisles on like hoops and pillows and laughing and walking around. It's weird.
What?
Yeah, it's like the mall, but it's Target on a Saturday. It's wild.
What?
Yeah, that's what they do. They go to like Target. I can only imagine.
It's kind of like cruising state.
Yeah, like that.
Was that before your time?
No,
How young are you?
I'm 41.
Did you ever cruise state? Okay. Okay.
I mean, in Sandy, we would cruise Island Drive.
Right.
But yeah, we would do that. I'm really from the generation where we went to the mall.
Yeah.
To meet up with people.
Yeah. You were a mall rat?
I was a mall rat.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, now it's Target.
Yeah, we would cruise state. Yeah.
Yeah, hanging out your windows.
So funny.
Those were the days.
Right?
Yeah. What car did you have in high school?
I would borrow my sister's Jeep Wrangler.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was just gonna say we would do that too in my boyfriend's Jeep Wrangler.
Yeah. She had a soft top.
Oh yeah.
And so-
Down.
Yeah. Even if it was like, 30, 40 degrees out. Yeah. You're like, yeah, man, like.
Oh, that's a cruising car.
So the cool thing about it is that you're gonna have like these like shorter pieces that you'll be able to like really kind of like play around with. Kind of cool, right?
Yeah, I've never had that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wear my hair back more. I think.
Yeah.
I gotta figure out how to use clips again. Apparently.
But you know what I mean? Like, but having like, like shorter pieces through that area that,
Yeah, that looks dope. Love it. And it's lighter.
and it's lighter. Yeah, totally. It works, man. It looks good.
Every time I come here, I wish I had like some big super social event to go to. I feel so bad if I could go home. I'm like,
Light,
I've done all my errands today.
dude. Just life is a social event. Even if you have to go home, whatever. FaceTime somebody.
No, I need to go run all my errands before the winter storm hits tomorrow.
Is there a storm coming tomorrow?
I think there's a winter storm watch tomorrow,
Really?
so that's gonna be fun.
Ugh. How's the car?
Love it.
Is it awesome?
Yeah, I finally got. Did I tell you the back window cracked like less than 72 hours after I got it? I took it.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I took it to the car wash like the day after I got it, and the back passenger door window cracked like 3 inches. That's it. Didn't a weird crack. Just like a flaw in the manufacturing of the glass. So I've been waiting like 2 months for a replacement window, and I finally got it replaced so I can tint. I can finally tint everything.
So nothing like, it just cracked. It wasn't like actually like,
It didn't shatter. It was really weird. Even the technicians were like, we've never seen this.
wow.
And I'm like, yeah, that's par for the course for me. But
Yeah.
But now I can tint it, black it out,
Oh, there you go, man.
know.
There you go.
and it feels so much safer just being in a larger vehicle.
Right.
I'm
yeah.
still figuring out how to park it. Like, I drove the thing for 6 months before it got totaled, and I'm still, like, right now struggling to park it.
Well, after you drive kind of a smaller car for a minute, like, you know, yeah,
You're getting used to, like, the bigger things.
gotta understand kind of how wide you are, how long you are.
Yeah, I'm a wide bitch.
Oh, shit, dude. Totally.
No, I love it. I'm grateful for the time that, the interim time where I drove something else, because it makes me appreciate it a lot more.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Is your family going on any vacations?
So we're gonna go back to that house in
Oh.
St. George,
Oh, yeah.
in that community.
At, color, desert color. Yeah.
Yeah, so we got that exact same house we got last year.
Oh, sweet.
It's such a gorgeous house in that lagoon. But we're doing that in May. We're doing it a month earlier than we usually do. So,
Yeah, I think it might be a little chilly.
no. Well, in June last year, it was like 107, 110. It was
Oh.
so hot.
Oh, wow.
So we're hoping that like end of May will be like 90s, 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
That would be perfect.
Yeah,
Did you guys go when it was really hot?
it was in July.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like an inferno.
Yeah, it was like, that was a little much,
Yeah, right?
because you just get so exhausted out in the sun.
That heat, even when you're in the shade,
Yeah, no.
it drains you. Yeah.
What do you think?
I love it.
Yeah, you look awesome.
It's like the perfect amount of change to make it feel new.
Yeah,
Nice and bright.
yeah. It's awesome, dude. Yeah. It looks fabulous, man. It is so much fun. So, and then were you having any like static issues, frizz issues, anything like that? Or was it?
Yeah, no, I haven't had
Yeah.
static, but like I was saying, at the ends, like it would feel a little
Just a little,
dry and a little fuzzy.
Right.
I would notice some split ends.
right, a little crunchy, yeah. Yeah, that's kind of typical, little wear and tear, But
Yeah, I mean, and Utah winters are not.
yeah, yeah,
But no, it's been great.
yeah. I love it.
There's a value to taking care of your hair and investing in it.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Do you want me to put anything in it?
Do you think it needs anything?
I mean, I don't think so. I think it's like fabulous, but
Yeah.
again, like, because I think you said like it can kind of make it. Does it make it hard?
It can weigh it down a little bit
Does it not last,
when there's a lot of product in it.
or just like a little bit of product? Like, because some people's hair, like, I just can't remember. I'm getting old.
The weird thing is I used to go. I can't go as long in between washes. I still do. I'll put my hair back in like a bun on day like 4. But before, I would be able to get to like day 4 or 5, and still wear my hair down. Now, something's changed. Like by day like 3, it either needs to go up in a ponytail or a bun, or I need
Right.
to wash it.
Right.
So it just doesn't last as long as it used to.
Yeah. Well,
It's almost like my scalp is like producing more oil.
yeah. I mean, that's
I
yeah.
told you, a toddler is running my body. Like I have no.
Oh yeah. Yeah, dude.
So
Well-
yeah, I think it's probably good just leaving it like this.
Yeah.
It was
Well, that's the
fantastic.
thing, is it still looks awesome. Like, you look fabulous. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. Nice. You look stunning.
Love it. Okay. How was it? Good?
Yeah, that was fabulous.
That's fun.
Yeah, that was fun, huh? Like, it's still filming. It's still following your face. Look at you. Look how. Oh my gosh. Looks amazing. Awesome.
In my hair, Jeannie.
Right. With that color, did you guys really like that color? Because that color was awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was so cool. Even the way we cut in that front area, kind of opening up just that little portion, taking off about 3 inches. Dude, it was freaking awesome. Again, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys in the next one.